In the previous video, we learned what exactly is TypeScript, and now in this video, we are going to set up an environment for TypeScript, and we are going to install TypeScript from inside our terminal. And for that, we have to have Node.js installed inside our system. And if you don't have Node.js installed inside your system, you can visit this nodejs.org and you can download this ATS version and you can install from that installer. And if you want to see if you have Node.js installed inside your system or not, you can simply open the command prompt by typing the cmd inside the search panel, and then you can type this node --version, and you will see the version of your Node.js like this. And this is the current LTS version for this Node.js, and this is the current version, and I'll recommend you to go with this LTS one. Okay, if you have older versions, then you can simply download and install this newer one. And after that, now we are going to install TypeScript. And to install TypeScript, and if you may wonder from where I am getting all these things, I'll tell you that if you have the habit to read documentation, then you will be a better programmer. That's my thing. Okay, now here, if you go inside this docs and if you go to this last line TypeScript tooling in 5 minutes, then here you will see the thing that now we are going to use. So we are going to use this command to install TypeScript inside our computer. And like this Node version, we can check this TypeScript version as well, TSC, TypeScript compiler. This is the short form for TypeScript compiler. And if we just type this --v, it will show us the version of our TypeScript. And if you try to use this --v for this node, it is not going to work. Okay, you have to type this --v version for this node, and you can simply type this --v for this TypeScript. Now, even though I have this TypeScript installed inside my system, I'm going to show you how we can install this TypeScript. For that, you have to type this npm install, and this is the global flag that we want to install this TypeScript globally inside our system. And here we have the command or the thing that we want to install, and this is TypeScript. Okay, now if I press enter, it is going to install this TypeScript globally inside my system. And here you can see it happens very quickly for me. Maybe it will take a longer time for you, but let's again check for the version. And if you notice, my version is just changed. Previously I was having this one, now I have this. Now what after installing this TypeScript? Now let's try to run a little TypeScript code. Now here I have this folder called tsbasic, and I have already opened it inside my VS Code. Now here what I'm going to do, I'm going to create this new file called hello.ts, and this is the extension for TypeScript.ts. And inside here I'm going to simply write my JavaScript code like username, and here now if I add this John, everything will be fine if I type the correct spelling. Now here you can see I can write all the JavaScript inside the TypeScript file. Okay, now to run this code, we can simply type this tsc inside our terminal, which stands for TypeScript compiler, and here we are going to type this hello.ts, and if I press enter, it is going to compile this hello.ts, and it is going to give us this new file called hello.js, where we have nothing, and that is because I forgot to save this file. And now if I run that command again, then inside this hello.js you can see now we have this var username equal to John, and this is the same exact thing coming from here, but this TypeScript is going to change this const to var, and we don't have to worry about all these things at all. This TypeScript will do all these things behind the scene. And currently, if you notice here, we have this a little problem, and that is because currently I have opened this hello.js inside here, and here we already have this username. And now if I close this file, then that error will be gone, and this is the default behavior of this TypeScript. Okay, now the main thing here is because we are using this TypeScript, and here we have this variable called username, and if I hover over on this, it says John, and the type of this username is John, right? And that's not what we want. This username needs to be string. So for that, what we can do, we can assign this type, or we have or we can specify the type is string. Now if I hover over on this, the type of this is string, and now if I try to assign any other data type, the value from other data type, then it will give us this error. Type number is not assignable to type string. And we are going to do all these things in our later videos, but that's how we can write TypeScript, and that's how we can compile our TypeScript file and generate this JavaScript file. Okay, now even though here inside this file I have this problem, and now if I try to run this tsc hello.ts, it is going to give us this error. But if you come here, then you can see our TypeScript has been added all these things inside this hello.js, even though all these things are wrong according to the data types. And we are going to discuss about these things in our later videos, why this is happening and how we can fix all these things. But for now, that's it. That's how we can set up an environment, and that's how we can run our TypeScript code or TypeScript file and generate this JavaScript file. And like I told you in the previous video, you can think TypeScript as the tool where you can write your JavaScript code with types, and this TypeScript is going to convert your TypeScript code into JavaScript code. So that's what I mean.